So today is the first day of Eating Disorders Awareness Week 2014, and what I really hope this week does is just change people's perceptions of eating disorders. It gets eating disorders spoken about, which is so important when they're such secretive illnesses and when they are developed and they breed of silence and secrecy. There has never been more an important time for us to speak about eating disorders, whether we've got one ourselves, whether we work with people with eating disorders, or whether it's your daughter or your sister or your best friend or your son or your cousin or anybody that has come into contact with an eating disorder, however severe or however mild or however quick they got treatment or however long they've suffered with an eating disorder for. This week is about speaking up, and it's about people making other people aware of the stigma that's still around eating disorders, about the postcode lottery with treatment, and about the importance of the way the media portray and report and put eating disorders out there. There is so many things people can do, from fundraising to writing to your MP to just blogging about it, or even just sending a tweet. But even if you don't want to do that publicly, maybe this week have a conversation with your best friend or your mum or your sister about eating disorders. Even if you've never spoken up about your eating disorders before, whether you think you've got a problem or not, maybe this week just take 2 minutes out of your schedule to talk about anorexia, bulimia, about how you feel about yourself, anything, because I think it all makes a massive difference. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a huge gesture, it could be the smallest little thing that makes a difference. I know that the little conversations I've had where I've just made a snippet of a comment about anorexia, whether I've changed somebody's opinion or not, I just feel that one little seed that we can plant in people's minds about eating disorders, just make them think twice before they stigmatise, just make them think twice before they make a judgment, can make a huge difference. And you never know, next time eating disorders come up with that person in a different conversation, maybe they'll think twice and maybe you might change their perception. But even if not, you've shared your experience, and I don't think there's anything more liberating than being honest and open about who we are and what we're going through. Which is why I've shared my recovery, which is why I don't hold back on telling people I've got an eating disorder, which is why I don't hold back on telling people how I still struggle now 2.5 years in. And it's why I'm going to keep sharing. Whether this week you set up a blog, whether you vlog, whether you whether you join in with a collab video, or whether you just, like I said, have a conversation with a loved one and start the recovery process. Whatever you do, there's going to be somebody out there that responds to the way that you act this week. And as it is Eating Disorders Awareness Week, let's just make people more aware of the impact they can have on someone's life, the impact they have on families' lives, the devastating impact not getting treatment can have. But also let's make people aware, people that are suffering, that recovery is possible, and that by speaking up this week or any week, or just by showing them that you understand a little bit more about eating disorders, and by sharing your own story, we can make more people aware that eating disorders, yes, are severe mental illnesses, yes, they kill, but also that full recovery is possible from them. So whatever you do, have a great week. I'm going to be going down to London later on in the week to Beat's Eating Disorders public lecture on stigma and families. I'm going to be trying to share as many of my old blog posts as possible that people have said that have really helped them, that I've felt helped me when I've written them. But also share some research bits that I know and blogs of people that I find really inspiring. And also just to share some myths and some statistics and do whatever I can to keep it on the public agenda. You've got loads of ways that you can write to your MP, to get involved in fundraising, maybe sign up to do a sponsored chatathon, a skydive, whatever. Just make it this week that you do it, and let's make sure that we get eating disorders talked about, whether that's at home, at school, at work, or in Parliament. This is the week to do it.